Hi, and thanks for logging on to the Daily Dvar, and here's a brand new halacha for you, and it's for Tuesday, the 13th day of November. Here we go. Today's halacha is about trees and Shabbos. Here's the deal. There's a rule on Shabbos that you're not allowed to harvest. We've discussed that before, and that means tearing something off from where it grows. Now, if you were to climb a tree, you're not really harvesting, you're not picking apples off the tree, you're just climbing on its big fat branches. However, the rabbis instituted a rule for safety's sake to keep us away from trouble. They said if we let people climb trees on Shabbos, then what's going to happen is they will eventually inadvertently end up snapping off little twigs and branches, which is not proper on Shabbos. And therefore they made a rule which was that people shouldn't use trees at all on Shabbos, and therefore climbing a tree is not permitted on Shabbos. Now, a lot of you listening to this are like, okay, but that's weird because I don't climb trees. But you see, you're not allowed to use a tree either. So, in other words, if a hammock is suspended by a tree branch, you're not allowed to be in that hammock because that's still considered like using a tree. Also, a tree swing, that's hanging on a tree branch. If you were to swing in that swing, then it would be like you're using the tree, and you're not allowed to do that either. Hope I don't mix you up now, but I will tell you that incidentally, if there are hooks in a tree and a hammock is attached to the hooks on the tree, then it will be permissible for you to be in that hammock, and that's because the hammock is not on the tree, it's on the hooks. And the hooks are then in turn on the tree, and that's considered removed enough from the source of the problem that you would be allowed to do it. It might blow your mind to hear this, but there's also a rule that you're not allowed to ride on a horse on Shabbos, and the reason for that is because of harvesting also. Okay, listen, before you think it's crazy. Because the rabbis felt that if people were allowed to ride horses, they sometimes will pass by a tree, just crack off a little twig to just give a little whip to the horse, and that's not allowed to be done on Shabbos. I mean, the breaking off of the branch, whipping doesn't sound too nice either, but therefore they said that people should not ride horses. It's a rabbinic decree. All these decrees are often made just to keep us away from trouble, and trouble could happen if you were to ride a horse in that fashion. If you want to ride a horse and you say, don't worry, I won't be anywhere near any trees, the rabbis were kind of like across the board about that rule and said it doesn't matter. Because of this possible problem, no horseback riding should happen on Shabbos. Thanks for logging on. Log on again tomorrow for more. Bye-bye.